Next one, faction. You want to start this one off?
Yeah. So I started off with the new bloodline, not to be confused with the OG bloodline. This I'm talking about Solo, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu. And it's really just because they were kind of like the dominant faction of the year that really just stayed throughout the year. And they Jacob is just insane in the ring. Jacob and Solo really carry this. Yeah. And obviously Tongaloa is very infamous for botching.
Infamous Tongaloa.
But I also really think we should give a shout out to Tama Tonga.
Yeah,
how he's kind of,
he's sneaking. How good he is.
Sneaking up into the spotlight with that. He was kind of like a side character at first. My number 2 was the family from NXT, the D'Angelo family. Tony, Stacks, Rizzo. There's another guy. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But, they've been such a consistent faction down in NXT. Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah.
North American champion. I believe they were tag champions at one point.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
For sure. And Rizzo is also starting to grow on me as a character, as a wrestler.
She's starting to get some good character work in there.
And my third, I had Damage Control. Starting out the year with the whole turning on Bailey was wonderful. And even when Bailey left and they kind of, even though they didn't really visit Bailey versus Damage Control, I feel like they still worked it out.
They did, yeah.
On Raw, and especially like towards the end of the year where Io and Dakota Kai are getting all this love.
Yeah.
And Kairi Sane too.
She's so underrated.
She is very underrated. She's very, very good in the ring, and her character work is you wouldn't expect it, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I believe there was a time on Raw where she hit her eye or something on the announce desk, and she was just bleeding.
Yeah.
And she was just staring and smiling like all creepy.
Yeah.
It was great.
And for mine, I kind of put Bloodline. I think I was a mix between the two. I think I will say New Bloodline just because they had more character work and storyline throughout the year, opposed to the Bloodline where they just came back together like a 2-month span. Number 2, Damage Control. I think they're the dominant women's faction. I think the other ones kind of like, they're not really the best.
AFC.
Yeah, like Pure Fusion. That one I can't really get with. And then my third, I said beginning of the year, Judgment Day, just because what they did at WrestleMania, mostly like Rhea did very good, and then when she was kind of hurt, she still like showed up every so often, like made contributions there. Yeah, I think our choice is New Bloodline.